This is Catherine from Accelerated Reader Reading Books for You. Today, I will be reading Z is for Zombie, Myths and Legends from Around the World, written and illustrated by Lorri Lambert. Before I begin reading, I would like to give a big thanks to the author for sending me this book to read on my channel. In the description below, I've included links where you may find and purchase this book. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Z is for Zombie, Myths and Legends from Around the World, written and illustrated by Lorri Lambert. About the book. Storytelling is an important part of all cultures, and stories are an important part of cultural identity. This book recognizes and celebrates living in a global community and all the richness this has brought to our lives, but in a whimsical and fun way. A wide range of mythological creatures and objects have been selected, including a few well-known favorites. The book can be read on two levels. Firstly, as a simple ABC of characters for those who want to introduce children to mythology and fantasy, or secondly, as a bit more complex book by including a short description of each creature. About the author. Lorri Lambert lives on a couple of hectares in rural Australia with her extended family and a few chooks. She has been fascinated by stories, myths, and legends since first reading Aesop's fables as a child. Lorri is an avid reader of fantasy stories and an artist who often paints fantasy creatures, especially dragons. This book was inspired by her children, who also share her love of the fantastic and who have kept her lifelong passion of storytelling alive by reading to their children every night. Dedication. For my beautiful grandchildren who love coming on adventures with me. Disclaimer. This book is meant for entertainment purposes only, and the author does not intend to hurt the sentiments of any individual, community, sect, or religion. This book is a work of fiction, and any resemblance to any person living or dead is purely coincidental. A. Ant-Man, Greece. As big as a person and knows how to fight. Similar to army ants, they were human size. They could carry and use 4 weapons at a time and use their large eyes to see in all directions at once. B. Bunyip, Australia. Hides in the billabong and comes out at night. It is said that bunyips lurk in swamps, billabongs, and rivers. The origin of the word bunyip has been traced to the Wemba Wemba or Wergaya language of the Aboriginal people of Victoria in southeastern Australia. C. Castle, many cultures. Strong and sturdy, a place to hold feasts. There are many different types of castles, palaces, and strongholds. They are big, strong structures built for lords, ladies, kings, and queens to protect their lands with their armies. D. Dragon, many cultures. Friend or foe, they are mighty beasts. Most cultures have their own tales and stories about these spectacular creatures. Dragons usually look a bit like snakes or lizards, but are more beautiful and magical. E. Eden, England. A big brutish beast with 1 head or 2. A giant or ogre so huge it can pull trees from the ground and use them as weapons. In some legends, they may even have 3 heads. F. Far Derrig, Ireland. A man dressed in red who plays tricks on you. His name means the red man, as he always dresses in red. They are known to be dreadful tricksters with pointy ears and wild hair. G. Griffin, Greece and Italy. Part lion, part eagle, it flies through the skies. This creature has the body, tail, and legs of a lion, the head and wings of an eagle. Griffins were known for guarding treasures and priceless possessions. H. Hydra, Greece. It has lots of heads and too many eyes. The hydra is a snake-like creature with many heads, and in some stories, every time a head is chopped off, 2 new heads would grow. I. Aikaroa, New Zealand. This fish made the stars in our own Milky Way. In Maori stories, Aikaroa is the long fish that gave birth to all the stars in the Milky Way. The stars are believed to be ornaments of the sky god. J. Jinn, Arabia. He lives in a lamp and then comes out to play, featured in The 1001 Nights, a collection of Middle Eastern folk tales. The jinn, also known as a genie, can be summoned and bound to grant wishes, but care must be taken as they can be treacherous. K. Kelpie, Scotland. It lives in the water and plays without cares. A kelpie is a shape-changing water spirit. Kelpies are said to live in rivers and streams and usually look like a horse. Beware though, as they might try to take you away into the watery depths. L. Leshy, Russia. Guarding the forest, the wolves, and the bears. A spirit who rules over the forest and hunters. They can appear as an element of the forest and can change into an animal, a tree, or a mushroom, as well as be a mix of a human and animal or plant. M. Mothman, North America. This weird flying beast has wings that go swish. A new myth based on sightings of this creature near Point Pleasant, West Virginia, USA in 1960s. He is a winged humanoid creature with bright red eyes and wings like a moth. N. Ningyo, Japan. A strange little mermaid with teeth like a fish. Described as having a monkey's mouth with small teeth like a fish, shining golden scales, and a quiet musical note. Catching a Ningyo was believed to bring storms and misfortune. A Ningyo washed onto the beach was an omen of war or calamity. O. Ogopogo, Canada. The lake is its home and it has many humps. Ogopogo is often described as dark and multi-humped, with green, black, brown, or gray skin. Its head can look like a snake, sheep, horse, seal, or even an alligator. P. Pixiu, China. A guardian lion, to attention it jumps. This strong winged creature has the head of a dragon and a body of a lion. Pixiu is a guardian and powerful protector and is believed to bring wealth and good fortune. Q. Quetzalcoatl, Mexico. This colorful serpent has feathers and wings. Quetzalcoatl was related to gods of the wind and the dawn. He was also the patron god of the Aztec priesthood, of learning, merchants, and of arts, crafts, and knowledge. R. Roc, many cultures. A gigantic bird feared by sailors and kings. It was said that this gigantic bird could carry off elephants and other large beasts for food and is featured in Arabic folklore. The Venetian traveler Marco Polo believes he saw one when exploring near Madagascar, an island off the coast of eastern Africa. S. Skeleton. Many cultures. A thing made of bones, it rattles about. A skeleton is a type of undead creature often found in fantasy and horror fiction. Most are human skeletons, but they can also be skeletal creatures. T. Takalash, South Africa. This small cheeky sprite is really a lout. A small hairy creature, this mischievous sprite, can become invisible by drinking water or swallowing a stone. Takalash are often called upon to cause trouble for others. They also love to drink milk. U. Unicorn. Many cultures. A beautiful beast that grants wishes. It's true. Unicorns are usually depicted as white, horse-like creatures with a single horn growing from its forehead that is long and straight, marked with spirals. Unicorns are said to have magical powers and can grant wishes. V. Vardager, Norway. A ghostly person who looks just like you. The ghostly double mimics the voice, scent, or appearance of a real person. Sometimes called a doppelganger, the ghostly double is usually seen or heard just before the person arrives. W. Were-hyena, Somalia. Part person, part beast with sharp teeth and claws. In Somalia, there is a tale of a man who could transform himself into a hyena man by rubbing himself with a magic stick at nightfall, and he could return to his human state before dawn. X. Zana, Spain. A beautiful maiden that lives by the shores. A creature of extraordinary beauty believed to live in fountains, rivers, waterfalls, or forested regions with pure water. She has long blonde hair, which she tends to with gold or silver combs woven from sun or moonbeams. Y. Yggdrasil, Norse. A mighty tree standing strong and proud. In Old Norse mythology, there are 9 worlds. All are connected via the roots and branches of this huge tree. It is sometimes called the tree of life, and while it remains healthy, all the worlds will thrive. Z. Zombie, Haiti. He wants to eat brains, but he's just not allowed. Zombies first appeared in Haiti in the 17th and 18th centuries, when the country was ruled by France and had African slaves brought in to work on sugar plantations. Zombies are undead, mindless slaves that crave flesh and brains of the living. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. In the description below, I've included links where we find and purchase this book.